When is the best day to plant a tree? What I'm really asking you is, why should you be watching my videos? What's in this video for you? How are you going to benefit? How is this going to make your life better? It's going to be by when is the best time to plant a tree. Welcome to Goose Pond Hideout with Rob. Alrighty, so when is the best time to plant a tree? Well, the old saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Oops, right? The second best time to plant a tree is today. So that's what we're going to be talking about. What do I mean by planting a tree today? Is, like I kind of hinted at there at the beginning, is what's in my videos for you? Why should you be watching my videos? You got to get something out of it, right? That's why I'm making them. I'm making them for your benefit. And, that's just always been the kind of person that I've been. Growing up as a kid, always being helpful around the house and mowing the lawn and, doing the chore kind of things as a kid. When I was a teenager, it was like, well, Rob's always the teen you can count on to call up at the last minute to babysit, watch the kids, if you got to go out for something. And, in college, helping friends study for tests. I was the head lab assistant in the chemistry lab, and I helped the students out that way with their lab work, and on all through my life. And even right now, even at, quote, my age, I'm no spring chicken anymore, is I still do a lot of tutoring. I help college freshmen with their anatomy and physiology studies, and I help all ages of kids, especially adults going back to school with their algebra and their geometry that, you got to take a class when you're going back and that. And I really enjoy it because I really, really like helping you. And when that light bulb goes off and it makes sense to you, that's just a feeling that, makes me happy and it makes me enjoy in your life. So my videos are, when you're ready, they're about helping you break social expectations. My videos are about helping you break social conditioning. I want to help you break away from the social indoctrination of, that living in the box. And of course, I say there is no box, but most people know the term, the box, and the box is an imaginary illusion, but anyway, that they build so that you'll be stuck inside of it, right? But it's not really there. So that's what I'm talking about. And I really am going to plant a tree. We got two of these little apple trees. We bought them bare root. They just come all dried up and wrapped up. We bought two of them from the Arbor Foundation to help them out. And we've got an assortment of, we've got 2 or 3 apple trees and a pear tree and a bunch of peach trees. So we're going to plant 2 more apple trees. I forgot, I actually think these are like Golden Delicious or something. And we're not going to have apples probably for 5 years or more. I've got one apple tree over here that we planted 5 or 6 years ago, and it still hasn't produced an apple. The tree just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I think it might be a dud. But anyway, so that's, I want you to plant a tree. I want you to, get the wheels in motion for you living the life that you want to live. Because, as I say frequently, life is short. We only get so many trips around the sun on this rock we call planet Earth. And mine are ticking away and yours are ticking away. How many more fall equinoxes are you going to be able to live through? Which, if you notice, I got a flannel shirt on today and my old white work shirt that I wear around the homestead. And I had to go to the closet and dig out a flannel shirt because it's like crazy wicked cold here this morning. It's about, oh, it must be in the 50s. I didn't look at my thermometer before I came out, but we're way below normal for where we live. And so that's just, you know, had to dig out the old flannel shirt, which actually got me into the mode. I've been waiting, I've been growing these in pots. Got it in a pot here. I planted it, bare rooted it, you know, and stuck it in the pot and, you know, water it every day, get it growing. So I've been waiting. I didn't want to plant it when it was 100 degrees out. So now we're getting into some cooler, what would be fallish weather, middle of September here. And so, you know, again, when you're ready, I want to help you break away from the social expectations, the social conditioning, the social indoctrination that the real world puts on you. And because, you know, oh, I'd like to be able to do that, but, and I'm a burn the bridge kind of guy. You know, when I decide I want to do something, I light the fires and torch the bridge and off I go. I got a plan A and that's it. And I'm committed to whatever I'm going to do, whether it's moving to the homestead or moving onto a sailboat or learning, you know, XYZ, whatever it is. I jump off the cliff and figure it out as I go. And that may not be you, and that's okay. You know, you may be a person that likes to dip your toe into the water and see how cold it is. You know, you're not the kid that runs down the pier and just woo and just little cannonballs into the lake. You know, you like to walk to the shore and kind of stick your toe in and then take another little step in and get up to your knees and stay there for a little while. And hey, that's fine. You know, when you're ready, I'm here to help you do that and ease into, you know, the lifestyle. So the way that you can think about that is as you go through the day and you're doing whatever it is you do in the day, if you're in school, you're in, you know, a job, whatever it is that you do through your day, is think about the things that you're doing. And if what you are doing right now is helping you get to that goal that you want to get to, living on the homestead in the country, then do more of that. And if the task, the thing that you're doing is pulling you back, excuse me, pulling you back and holding you from getting to your goal, then you figure out how to do less of that. And just every day, do a little bit more of the things that are getting you where you want to go, do a little bit less of the things that are holding you back from where you want to go. And in a year's time, you'll be getting there. The most important thing is you got to know where it is that you want to get to. And that, you know, that's the hard part. And that's the metaphor of planting a tree 20 years ago or planting a tree today. You know, we can't go back and change the past. That's who we are. And, you know, the past is the past. And, you know, what's happening down the road, what's happening in November, oh my God, drive us crazy. And, you know, on past that, you know, we can't do anything about that. And, you know, so you just prepare as you would if a storm was coming, but you've got to get up every day and live your life. And I'm sitting here, what's going through my mind as I'm chatting here is I think of that picture where it's a dog and a person, and you're like looking at their backs and they're looking ahead. So they're like this. And there's a, you know, little bubble. The dog is thinking about the human, and that's it. Got the big bubble with the dog thinking about the human. And the human is thinking about a fancy car and a fancy house and a better job and going on vacation and, you know, all these other things that, you know, they're trying to get to. And that's why the dog is happy and the human isn't, because you're just never satisfied. And that's, you want to live a life, you want to get up every day because life is short, and you want to be satisfied with where you are at the moment. So drinking your coffee, enjoying the sun's coming up through the trees. And it's really amazing here where we live is our property faces directly east, and we're getting close to the equinox, so the sun is like literally right there. You see it on my face. And in the summer, the sun comes up way up over there, north of our property. And then when we get to the winter equinox, it'll be way down over there. It's amazing how when I get up in the morning and look out the living room window and watch the sun come up, or stand on the porch outside the door, how it tracks from way over there to way over there. Really kind of crazy. So, but that's I take the time to enjoy and think about stuff like that instead of sitting in traffic on the interstate, heading into New York City from New Jersey or Pennsylvania, or out in the burbs in Chicago, or heaven forbid you live in California. Sorry about that. So get out, plant your tree, dig a hole in the ground, because you can't do it 20 years ago, so you might as well be doing it today, right? Plant your tree.